James Baldwin said, "To be a Negro in this country and relatively conscious is to be in a state of rage almost all the time."
Once you have the experience of discrimination and yet the task of surviving, it leads you to constantly be vigilant about the next threat. And being vigilant about the next threat, either to you or to your loved ones or to your neighbors or to your children, it leads your body to be in a sort of overdrive. There's an outpouring of chemicals, stress chemicals.
Dr. Corinne Glover is one of only an estimated 2,000 black psychiatrists in the United States. Her work has become increasingly important as the country confronts systemic racism and mistreatment of African Americans that dates back 400 years.
The exposure to constant violence or the threat of violence during slavery, so for centuries, right? During slavery and then Jim Crow. And we're talking about the Black Codes, right? After slavery, we're talking about state-sanctioned violence in the South in the early 1900s and the era of lynching. We're talking about the civil rights era when people were so brave, like John Lewis and others, Reverend Vivian, who put their lives on the line to save our humanity, to assert the humanity of our people. To witness that violence and then to live under the threat of that violence, there is definitely inherited trauma.
Transgenerational trauma extending from slavery and segregation to unequal access to education and housing can have a lasting impact. Dr. Glover believes that trauma can be made worse by the way officers police black communities, which are often stigmatized as being more violent.
If you go to other neighborhoods and police the way you police Black people, you will find the crime there too. It exists in all sectors. So I say all that to say that A, there's no such thing as Black on Black crime unless you're going to talk about white on white crime and so on.
But despite facing lifelong traumas, Dr. Glover says the Black community is often reluctant to get counseling.
Sometimes the very thing that can heal us is the very thing that we are too stigmatized to seek. Also, the medical profession has not always been friendly to Black people.
Even so, Dr. Glover has reason to be hopeful that the past doesn't have to predict the future.
One thing that makes me feel encouraged is knowing that a lot of institutions are really trying very hard to do the work of anti-racism in their systems, so that when a Black or brown person shows up for treatment, that they are not participating in some exercise that is subconscious, right? That will dehumanize the patient once they finally show up. We want to be as welcoming as possible. We want to understand people's histories, their cultures, their diversity, and understanding that Black people are not all the same. So in many ways, being simply open to the humanity of Black people and the diversity of Black people.
That was Betty Baye reporting. We have much more from her in our Project Community section of our website. Just go to WLKY.com.